Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Sports Talk. I'm your host, William Allen. I got a lot to talk to you about today. I know today is the Super Bowl. You guys ready? You got your popcorn, your pizza, everything you need. Ribs, what do you got? Crab legs, whatever you got there, your drinks and whatnot. It's going to be a great game. Today's show, we're going to be doing an interview with Judge Kim Cooks. And we're going to be talking about a little bit about the Super Bowl, about these guys right here, Mahomes and Brady. A little bit about that. She also has a prediction, and it's gonna be a great game. This is Judge Kim Cooks right here. A couple of pictures of her right here before the show gets started. Make sure you guys just tune in. It's gonna be a great game today. Hope you guys got everything you need for the game. It's Sunday, Super Bowl. The game's actually gonna be in Tampa Bay, so I'm pretty excited to see what's gonna happen. You got the greatest defense on the Tampa Bay sidelines versus the greatest offense on the Kansas City Chiefs sidelines. So let's just see what happens, man. It's going to be a great game. I think it comes on around 5 or 5:30. Can't wait to see the halftime show, of course. And this right here is Judge Kim Cooks. Indeed. Yep. Thank you for joining me on Sports Talk Unplugged. Enjoy the interview. Let's get it. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on because I know that you're really busy and I know that your schedule is probably really busy. Um, so it's Sunday. Like what on Sundays? What are your Sundays like? COVID is here. Are you able to go to church now on Sundays, or how's that working for you?
Well, I'm a member of Friendship West, and I'm online. So I was just online before I came on with you, but no church. Sunday is pretty much my only day I have a little bit of downtime, and I have to clean up and get ready for the week. So it's still a busy day.
I understand. Yeah, my wife is actually cleaning up right now as we speak.
See,
as we
you
speak.
should be helping her.
I actually I did. I did a lot this morning. So cooked breakfast and cleaned up and did a lot of things. So, but let me introduce you. You are Judge Kim Cooks, and if I'm not mistaken, the 255th Family District Court. Is that right?
Yes, 255th Family District Court.
Okay, great. I'm so honored to have you on, and I want to start off by asking you because you don't really know me, but I've just known you by following actually um, Elizabeth Davis Frizzell, which I voted for, the last election. But I wanted to ask you, what was your decision, and how did you come about? Did you always know that you actually wanted to be a judge?
I did. When I was in my second year of law school, I interned for Judge Belinda Hill in Houston. And I sat there and watched her during trials. And I was like, wow, I was so impressed with her. And I thought, man, one day I want to be a judge just like her. And everything was so she was so organized. Everything was in order. She had so much respect. And I just wanted to be, I knew I could be a judge like her.
Wow. That's amazing. So knowing that you wanted to take those steps, after that, what did you do? What school did you go to begin your process?
Well, while I was interning, I was in school at Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Houston, HBCU. Of course, I believe in HBCU. And I just interned with her and another judge. So I interned with the criminal judge. She was a criminal judge and a family judge. And, I my career went off from them. I graduated law school. I started out as a prosecutor. Then I had a private practice where I did criminal as well as family law. I tried cases and I love trying cases. I could never be a transactional attorney. I wanted to be a litigator and then be a judge. And when I decided in 2013, I actually did not know, what it took to be a politician or what being a politician was going to be like. So that was a little bit different because I didn't know how mean people could be and how much you'll be rejected. And you just have to accept that rejection and accept that, everybody's not going to go with you.
Hmm. Right. That makes sense. It sounds like it's really tough, but it sounds like you really love your job. And um, I noticed that also you are an AKA as well. What was your decision in joining that sorority?
Well, I had friends and family members who was part of Alpha Kappa Alpha. So that's what made me decide. And I love that they have service to the community. I truly believe in service to the community and giving back and leading as an example, because our next generation needs an example. They need somebody who we can hand the torch to, who they can take it to, to the next level, and they'll be able to hand the torch to that next generation. So I want to be that example, and I have tried to lead to be that example for our young generation.
Right. Yes, and you're definitely setting an example for the younger generation. And also, were you excited about Kamala Harris becoming the vice president? How'd you feel when she was elected?
Oh man, I was so excited when she became the vice president. And seeing her journey, how tough her journey has always been. And then, it's always like a character assassination, because if you notice when she was running initially for president and then for vice president, they tried to bring out all these people came out saying, I went on dates with her. She was a high-end escort. They tried to assassinate her character when, I mean, I didn't believe any of it. I didn't even pay attention to any of it, because that's part of politics. That's what they try to do, assassinate your character when they have nothing else, to go on. But I'm so excited because she is such an example, such an inspiration to so many young women, minority women, Black women. Of course, she represents Alpha Kappa Alpha. So I'm so excited to see her and all the things that she's going to do.
Right. And I'll be honest, I'm excited as well that she did get elected to that office. Um, let's see. One thing I did want to ask you about is I know you don't have to answer this question, but before the election, before everything was turned over to Joe Biden, there was the big event that happened at the Capitol. When you saw that, what was going on, how they were breaking into the Capitol, things of that nature, what was your first insight when you were watching that, and what did you think about it when you were watching that happen the way that it did?
When I saw that, I was appalled. I couldn't believe, well, yeah, I could believe that it was happening. And I could believe that law enforcement didn't do arrests, that there wasn't more law enforcement out there. I could believe that because, and if it was African Americans, they wouldn't even got near the Capitol. They would have been arrested. They would have had paddy wagons out there. They would have been sprayed. They would, all types of things. It would have been a total different scenario. So that's the America we live in. We have two different Americas at this time, and that's what we live in.
Right. And it seems like that. It almost seems like that there needs to be a conversation to be had, no matter how difficult it is. I do think that that's the only way, really, that we can really just try to unify the nation as a whole. Hopefully, Biden can do a better job of just trying to have the nation heal a little bit. And I feel like things kind of took a turn during that day, but hopefully all the people that were involved were actually arrested and will serve their time for doing that. Um,
But you know what? We so many times we can have a conversation, but the other side doesn't seem to be open to change. And until they're open to change, nothing's really going to change. And that's the unfortunate part.
right, right. Yeah, in this country, this is it's a long history of things being a certain way, and some people have problems letting go of the past, I feel like. But it's just it's shocking to me. Were you? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever what type of experiences have you had with racism, or have you had those experiences at all?
You know what? We haven't been able to speak about it because of our position, but understand that it is so much systemic racism going on. And one day we are going to meet myself and Judge Martin. We're going to tell all the stories because, I know it would harm us if we spoke up about it at this point. But eventually it has to be said. the systemic racism that goes on.
Right.
You know, you're thinking everyone sees us sitting on the bench, but they don't know what we really have to deal with, all the stuff that we have to deal with as far as racism.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this though. This has to do with voting. I was speaking with someone, and they were trying to say that they felt that their vote doesn't really count. That they're just one person. Um, I was trying to explain how voting helps even on the local level. Can you give a little bit more insight as to how voting helps on all levels?
And you know, this last election was a prime example of how voting matters, especially in Georgia when we saw Georgia turn blue and how the two senators came out of Georgia. Every person's vote mattered at that point. And it's important. The presidential year election is important, and you have much more turnout than the off presidential year election. But the off presidential election, which is 2022, which I'm up for reelection, and a lot of us local politicians are up for reelection, that's important because we change your daily lives. You can come into court one day, have custody of your kids, leave out the next hour, and you don't have custody of them no more. Or you could be looking at, you know, in the criminal system, going to the penitentiary, or you know, your life can change instantly. So it matters. You know, you need people who are compassionate, empathetic to your culture, understand the culture of everybody, and be fair. And that's what we brought to the table, the judges in Dallas.
Right. Wow. Well, I'm just honored to talk to you about all of this. To be honest with you, and to hear you say everything that you're saying, I just want the people that aren't really into voting. I just want them to step up and vote, because it really does matter. Like you said, this past election, it really does matter in all those states. Um, so go vote, and please, just I'm just glad you're saying everything that you're saying. But I've got to ask you this, because I've also noticed that you are a bodybuilder. Are you currently still involved in bodybuilding? How did you get into it?
Well, when I first took the bench, I had gained a lot of weight because, you know, campaigning, you go everywhere, you get to eat for free, you get in places, and I was just eating. So I gained so much weight that I was like, okay, this is not even comfortable. My clothes wasn't fitting comfortable. I was sitting on the bench just uncomfortable. And then I suffered from migraine headaches. So I refuse. I don't like taking prescription medicine or any kind of medicine if I don't have to. And I noticed, like, I took the prescription medicine. After 6 months, it stopped working. Then they would prescribe you something else. I said, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. So I refused to take the migraine medicine. And I went on a journey, a fitness journey, to lose weight. I lost the weight, and you wouldn't believe that I don't have migraines no more.
Wow.
So that extra weight was probably a contribution to me having migraines. So from then on, I thought, okay, I've lost weight, and I watched bodybuilding competitions, and I decided, you know, friends of mine was like, you should do bodybuilding. I said, okay. I went and I lost and didn't place, but it motivated me. I was like, I know I can do better than this. I know I can. So I tried even harder. Then the next time it was like I came in third place, then second place, then first place. Then I went to the national shows and I came in sixth nationally. And I was like, I can get my pro card. And last year I did. I became a professional bodybuilder.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So since they gave you your pro card, does this mean you'll be going into wrestling by any chance? Just had a thought.
No, absolutely not. Now it's a whole different level because now I'll be competing internationally against women all across the world when I get on the stage. So I have to really be prepared for that. And it's more mental. You know, if anybody who's been an athlete, they know the physical part is easy. That part comes easy. It's more of the mental part, the diet, you know, being disciplined. So I've got to get there before I jump on the international stage and compete against the pros.
Gotcha. Okay. I just figured I'd throw that out there because I was doing a little bit of reading and know that, you know, what is her name? She's, I think, Black China or something like that. She's a WWE wrestler. And I guess she used to be a bodybuilder, but she got into that. But
And there's another lady. What is her name? She used to be playing the NBA, and she's into wrestling.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'm about to look that up.
she has a really nice figure, really pretty face.
Hmm.
She's into wrestling though.
Okay, right. So that's not your cup of tea, huh?
No, that's not my cup of tea. Because they talk about how they after they do the wrestling match, even though it's like kind of staged, they come out all bruised up. I don't want to be all bruised up.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of those matches, well, with the men, they jump off the ropes, they get up there, and you're getting body slammed, you're getting flipped over, and yeah. So you're saying you don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to do that. So
I don't want to be a part of that.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. Well, let me ask you this. So the Super Bowl is going to be coming on today, and do you have a pick as to who you think may win?
I'm going with the Chiefs today.
Oh, okay. Okay, 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 okay.
Who you going with?
I'm actually going with Tom Brady and those Bucks. I mean, it is what it is. But what's your reason for picking the Chiefs?
Well, I'm really not into football. I only watch it like when it comes to playoffs and then the Super Bowl because I'm really more of a basketball fan. But
Oh,
the last few games I watched actually the Chiefs play, and I was like, wow. I mean, they're amazing. They play so hard, and I just like Patrick Mahomes, so I'm gonna go with them today.
yeah, you and my sister, y'all just love Patrick Mahomes. Well, this he's good though. I will give him a lot of credit. He's really good, and they do have a great team and a good defense. But so you say you like basketball. What basketball team do you like?
I'm more so I like following players. Like I like Jimmy Butler. I like KD. I like the Nets. Got a couple of players that I like. So we're looking at them. I like LeBron also, and then of course Bradley Beal. He's been amazing this season, although they haven't won much. But they were talking about he almost beat Michael Jordan's record. So he's doing an amazing job. Hopefully he makes it as to the All-Star team this year.
Right. Absolutely. Uh, so you think those Lakers are gonna come back and win it again this year? What do you think?
Um, I hope not. Although I like LeBron and them, but give it to somebody else. Give someone else a chance.
Right, right. Yeah. Sometimes you do get tired of seeing the same people win over and over all
Right.
the time. So I totally get it. Well,
But of course, I like LeBron's work ethic and the fact that he keeps himself in shape, and he's an excellent player.
exactly. And Tom Brady's up there too. I think he's 43, and I think they said about $1 million a year just trying to keep their bodies in shape for the season. So that is amazing what they do. And
So you're a big Tom Brady fan.
actually, to be honest with you, I'm actually a Tennessee Titans fan. I'm actually from Nashville, Tennessee, born and
Okay.
raised, and big Tennessee Vols fan as well. But I enjoyed seeing my Titans actually beat Tom Brady last year. They knocked him out of the playoffs last season. Um, but this season, I'm just really happy that after him and Bill Belichick, they split apart. Belichick wanted him out of there, and he came down to Tampa Bay, and those guys didn't look good early in the season, but now they're turning it on, and I want to see Tom Brady actually win it. If he got this far, I mean, why not? I mean, the guy is looking good right now, so hey, we'll see what happens though. I'm really
Okay, we'll
excited.
see what happens. I predict like maybe 42-30. That's how the game's going to turn out.
Oh, okay. Well, 42-30. Oh, she has predictions, folks. She's got a predict. Okay, okay. Okay. I can dig that. I can dig that. Well, let me ask you this before I go. Uh, what is your favorite food? What will you be eating during the Super Bowl?
I haven't decided. I'm a big seafood fan, so it'll probably be shrimp or crabs or something like that. Yeah, that's mainly what I eat.
Gotcha.
What are you going to be eating? You having a Super Bowl party?
No, COVID, because COVID's here, we're not doing too much at all. Just the family here at the house. And I think that we're just gonna order something to go from I think either BJ's or Texas Roadhouse or something like that. But it's funny you said seafood because I'm a big seafood fan. I love crab legs to death. Me and my mom are huge seafood fans. So But that sounds delicious. And right now I'm actually getting hungry, just because you said that. But man, this is so great. It's such an honor to have you on, Judge Cooks. And I hope that your career just continues to blossom. And just happy that you are leading. You're a leader in this community, I feel like, in Dallas. And wish you much success in all your endeavors and everything that you do. Thank you for coming on with me.
Well, you know what? Thank you for having me. And again, don't forget, 2022, I'm up for re-election. So tell everybody, go vote 2022.
Absolutely.
Judge Kim Cooks.
Judge Kim Cooks. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.